Hi, it's Dr. Pavanka. We are getting closer and closer to the holidays. I don't know about you, but I can't believe it. It seems like it was March yesterday. So with the holidays coming up, I want to make sure that you are prepared for your pet so that everything goes as smoothly as it can for them. Typically, we'll either look at going somewhere to visit family or friends in the holidays, or we're hosting people coming to us. So some things to kind of keep in mind with either of those options. With boarding or going somewhere, make sure that if you are taking them with you, that you have all the medications they need and that you do have a list of the closest veterinary ERs. I don't know about you, but my pets always make sure that if they choose to have an emergency, it's when I don't have the location or number of the local ER. And unfortunately, my pets usually like Christmas Eve. I've had foreign bodies and IMHAs all on Christmas Eve, and as well as bladder stones. So I would say with this kind of stress coming up as far as the holidays, make sure you have everything figured out for your pets ahead of time, just so if something were to happen, you know exactly where to go. I feel like my pets go by Murphy's Law, so if I have everything planned, it's less likely that everything that can go wrong will go wrong. So if you're traveling with them, make sure that you have pet-friendly accommodations, that you have an idea of how you're going to make sure that they get their exercise, get out enough, and what medications that they need. A lot of times I do like to have some calming medications on hand for my dog and my cats, depending on what's going on, just to make sure that I'm not going to put them in a stressful situation without the benefit of having some calming meds to make their experience better. If you have people coming over, I would make sure that your pet has a place that they can get away from everything, just because it can be very overwhelming having a bunch of strangers in the home. If you have family members or friends coming over that do like the pet, go ahead and maybe even have them go on walks with the pet. Make sure that you have those open spaces, because sometimes that helps the dogs feel a little bit more confident and comfortable. I would say though, if you are planning on doing anything like loud fireworks for New Year's or anything that's more rambunctious, I would make sure that you maybe leave your dog or cat at home so that they don't have that stress. Make sure before you get in the car you have whatever calming pheromones you need or calming medications. A lot of the medications do take up to 3 hours to kick in, so make sure that you plan according for that, so that they aren't in the middle of the drive and fighting those medications because they're not feeling it. And then do make sure that there's nothing that they could eat that's abnormal. Some animals can knock over Christmas trees if you're setting those up for Thanksgiving or already setting them up for Christmas, like a couple of people who work with me at Village Vet. And then the other thing would be make sure that there's nothing like tinsel or ornaments that they can eat or knock over, break, step on any glass. As far as foods, do make sure you don't feed anything too fatty. A lot of times we do see pancreatitis due to that around Thanksgiving and Christmas. These fatty foods they're not used to can make the pancreas a little bit angry. And then also make sure that there's no candy, alcohol, or chocolate, anything that could be toxic. Sometimes around Christmas more so than Thanksgiving, we do have things like poinsettias and plants that they can't really be around. So do make sure that if you know of anything that's toxic, or if you aren't sure, make sure you do know. And then I would make sure that those are out of the way so your pet can't get to them. As far as boarding, because I kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, do make sure that they are not due for any vaccines, because if they are due for their vaccines, you cannot send them to boarding. I would ensure that if you are traveling with them, make sure that you have your prevention for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, just to make sure that they can stay on those despite travel, just because we don't want to miss a week and potentially pick up something. So let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything else you'd like me to go over, but that's just a quick run through of some things to keep in mind for the holidays.